What is going on, my beautiful people, man? I am sorry that you guys are so damn close to me right now, but we are out here at the gas station. We are chilling and making this video. We are getting it done. So, in this video, what we are going to talk about is how to get into the flow state when you are on a camera, when you're doing this stuff. Now, what I'm saying here is I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it, but I have learned a lot from this dude named Owen Cook, and he is amazing at it. He does freaking these videos. He does public speaking for about like 5 hours, and he just is able to get into that flow state, and it is so amazing at what he does. Now, I'm gonna share this with you guys, and it's going to be freaking amazing. What he says is being able to get into the flow state, whether that's on camera, whether that's in talking to somebody, whether that's in, it could be in a sport, whatever it might be, being able to get into that flow state. He compares it to, all right, all the children, get the frick out of here. He compares it to having an orgasm. That's what he says. Like, having an orgasm is something where you got to work yourself up to it, and then eventually, like, you're getting into that, and it's just like, it feels so good. Now, okay, that's a weird way to put it, but that is how he put it. So getting into flow state is a little bit in the same thing of this. Being able to get into that, it's like a trance-like state that you are getting into to be able to do that, and you can get better and better at it. And the way that he put it into a 4-step method to be able to do this. So firstly, it's going to depend on your thoughts about yourself. If you have negative thoughts about yourself and you're like, oh, what gives me the reason to be up here talking to somebody? What gives me the reason to be up here making these videos? What gives me the reason? I'm not that good at what I do, whatever it might be. It's going to make it so much damn harder for yourself to get into that flow state. Reason being is that you are literally going to talk yourself out of it. You're not going to be able to get into the flow state because you're going to always be thinking negatively about yourself. But you think positively about yourself. You're like, oh, I am loved by God. God loves me so much. I have value to give. I have value to give based off of just my vibe. You allow yourself. Okay, here's the thing. He said, the question that you want to ask yourself whenever you're thinking about these things, especially these 4 things I'm about to say, is, do these things help me get outside of my head or put me into my head? If the things help you get outside of your head, it's going to be so much easier to get into that flow state. That's what you're trying to do. That trance-like state is being able to get outside of your head and into whatever you're doing and putting it outward. You're putting your focus outward, basically, and being able to just get into that trance-like state. It's like going to sleep. When you're going to sleep, if you're thinking all these damn thoughts, you're not going to be able to go to sleep because you're in your head. You're thinking all that stuff. But if you can basically be able to relax. Maybe you say something like, be still and know that I'm God. Or maybe you just focus on your breathing. It's getting you out of your head and just allowing you to be there in the moment and being able to relax. That is what we are trying to do when we're trying to get into a flow state. And it's so damn amazing when you're able to do that. So think about that with all these questions. Is it getting me out of my head, or is it putting me in my head? So if your beliefs about yourself are putting you in your head, I'm not enough. Is this person thinking about me? Is this whatever it might be? If it's putting you into your head, it's not going to be good. Like, for a lot of us, we have to work through our self-consciousness. Myself too, I'm still working on it. Sometimes I will feel, oh, like, how do I look today? How did my hair come out today? How do I don't know, am I in the right mood right now? Am I doing that? All that stuff. But if you have the right beliefs, it's something as simple as that. Like, that would put me into my head. And I just realized that it would put me into my head when I would think like, oh, I have to be in the perfect mood to be able to record a video, to be able to go out there and talk with people. I have to be in a perfect mood. But that would actually put me into my head if I wasn't in a perfect mood. And that wasn't good. And the belief that I used to change that, and that really, not that I used, but I found to help me really rewrite that false belief and that limiting belief, is the belief, not just the belief, but actually, I believe the truth. Owen Cook, he talked about the fact that when you are actually able to, if you don't need to be in a perfect state, perfect sleep, perfect all that stuff, to be able to go out there and have a good time, conversating or socializing or making videos and anything like that. If you don't need to be in a perfect mood, it allows you to lower the resistance and actually be able to get in a flow state easier because you're not focusing so much on getting into that perfect mood. You're going to be able to be fine either way. That is something that rewrote that to allow me to get out of my head, because now, last time, I didn't get no sleep. I got butt crack sleep. And I was able to go throughout the whole day and feel a lot better and more in a flow state, even with barely any sleep, which normally I would have been just out of it. I don't want nobody to talk to me. I don't want to see nobody, nothing like that. But this was way freaking better, man. So that's firstly, what are the beliefs about yourself? And do they get you into your head, or do they get you out of your head? And a lot of the times you need to rewrite those what God has said about you. And for me, like literally with the self-consciousness, one of the verses that I wrote down is, for the Lord shall be thy confidence. That is an amazing one. I believe it is Proverbs 3:26. And that anytime that I have that, anytime that I think about that or think self-consciously, I do this 4-step process that I use to get myself out of that, which is basically to feel that self-consciousness, feel it wherever it's at, to accept it, allow it to be. I don't have to worry about it. I don't need it to be like, oh, you have to freaking go away right now. And then 3, surrender it. I surrender it with that verse, basically being able to say, oh no, I know that my confidence is in God. I have my confidence in God. And then allowing myself to continue and to try my best to be in that flow state. Not saying that I need to be, but I'm trying my best to be in that flow state. And all these things have made me be able to be like, I don't need anything to go perfectly. I can accept it no matter what. I don't need to be in the flow state. But all this stuff actually helps me get into the flow state, funnily enough. And that's basically what we're doing. Sorry, man. I drank a freaking milkshake. A shake. My girlfriend made me a milkshake. Damn, it was damn amazing. Hope you guys have a beautiful, significant other that is making y'all some amazing stuff. But secondly, what are the beliefs about yourself? That's not about yourself, about other people. The beliefs about other people, do they get you into your head or outside of your head? So when we think about people, if we go out there and we're like conversating with people and doing all that stuff, and we're constantly judging them, we're constantly thinking negatively about them, we're constantly just like, oh, this person must hate me, or this person's judging me and all that stuff, it's going to get you into your head. If you start saying something, it's just going to get you into your head, and you know it's going to get you into your head. Or do you believe that we are all should be loved? We should love all people, that all people are good, that we don't have to compete with other people. We are all already on a path that God has sent us, and we don't need to worry about all that stuff. For the joy of the Lord is our strength. Being able to have stuff that's realizing like, hey, we can all work together. We don't need to freaking compete. We don't need to, not that we don't need to like do better and try to be the best at what we do, but it's saying like, I'm not out here just trying to bring other people down. Like I want to bring other people up. Everybody are like, you're already going into places expecting people to love you, expecting people to, expecting to be able to have a great time with people, not expecting like, oh, like, are these people going to come at me? Are these people going to freaking say something negative about me? Because that puts you on the defensive, and it's going to put you into your head. But we want positive beliefs. For myself, the beliefs that I have about other people are, I want to go out there and I want to love people, even if they don't love me, even if it doesn't work out, even if they don't like me. I want to go and love people. I love people unconditionally. I delight in people. I want to see people. I want to have fun with people. I want to uplift people. I don't need them to like me to be able to do that. So it takes me out of my head a lot. And that's something I've really struggled with in the past. It's like that needing to be liked, not even needing to be liked, but wanting to be liked and wanting things to go right. It had gotten me into my head because anytime something would happen where I would say something that wasn't the best, or I would overthink about it, it would just turn into all this thing. And you start thinking about it for however long, for the rest of the night, whatever it might be. But that's basically what we're doing with that. Thirdly, the third thing we're going to be doing is, where do you put your awareness? That's very important. So a lot of times when you go into a place, you can place your awareness into certain things that will help you be able to get into a flow state. For a lot of times, for me, if I focus on just having fun, that can get me into a flow state very damn easily. It can get me into a flow state because like, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to have this video be perfect, whatever it might be. I'm not doing it for this video, but in my past videos, I've done it where it's like, okay, I could just have fun. Like they don't have to have the most crazy value, but I could just have fun. You know what I'm saying? So that is something that can help me get into flow state. If you guys don't mind, my girlfriend was out taking the dog out in the middle of the night, so I'm gonna make sure that she texts me to make sure that she's back. And yeah, I think y'all are gonna be all right with that, right? Okay. Yes. Okay, she's just telling me not to go too far now. But basically, yeah, being able to whatchamacallit? Yeah, being able to place your awareness on a certain thing, that is so important, because if I focus on having fun, a lot of times that can get me into a flow state. And even for myself, I gotta remind myself of that, to know like, yeah, I gotta put my intention on a certain thing, and it can get me in a flow state a lot more. And I really do want to start doing that again with that stuff. But also you could place it into like, I want to go out there and just like share my vibe that I have. Or I want to go out there and I want to just love people. A lot of this stuff can just get you into the right intention and put your awareness on the right spot, so that you don't get into a flow state, or you don't get into a self-consciousness where your intention and your awareness can be on, I want other people to like me. I want to say the right thing. I want to be able to get a say, or whatever it might be. And the last thing that you can do is get into a rhythm and have something that helps you get into a rhythm. And the example that Owen Cook gave, he said that the thing that he does with his students is every time that they go out there and they're like talking to people, he would tell them to, after they talk to somebody, come back to him and they'll tell him 1,000 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10. Like every time you ask him, like, how did that interaction go? 1,000 out of 10. The reason he says that is because it's saying that you had an 1,000 out of 10 interaction and you absolutely loved the interaction, even if it went really bad. Even if, quote unquote, it went really bad, or the person didn't like you, whatever, it still went 1,000 out of 10. What that does, it helps you get into a rhythm where you're not focusing so much on the outcome and you are focusing on the process of that thing, and it helps you get into such a freaking flow and a rhythm. And that is so damn powerful, man. That is so damn powerful. Even saying it right now, I know that it is so damn powerful. And he says this is something tough because he literally has to tell his students, and this is an important part, this is an important thing to remember. He has to tell his students to help them get into this rhythm of that, because our minds can be so much getting us out of that rhythm, or focusing so much on us thinking self-consciously or thinking negatively about stuff, that in order for them to actually implant this into their brain, he has to tell them, he will tell them, like, I want you to say that after every single interaction, and throughout the night I'm gonna trick you and I'm gonna try to get you to say like something where it's just like, oh, the interaction didn't really go that well, and I'm literally telling you right now that I'm going to trick you and I'm going to try to get you to say that, but you're still gonna fall for it. Reason being is that our minds are so used to certain things, and we have habits so ingrained in our mind that it takes so dang much for us to rewrite that habit that you literally have to do it over and over and over and over again. So just like for me, I don't know if I told you about this in this video or in the past video, but like when I have a self-consciousness, I am able to have a verse for that helps me surrender that, but it's something that I should be saying more. I should probably be saying it more, or like it's finding ways to get into a rhythm, whatever it might be for you to get into a rhythm. You have to create something that helps you get into a rhythm. For me, even at the end of these videos, when I'm recording them back to back to back, I can honestly do this, saying 1,000 out of 10. How did that video go? 1,000 out of 10. Even if it wasn't like something that was like quote unquote amazing, or was like the best video in the world, it went 1,000 out of 10. I had a lot of fun making each one of these videos. That is something that even saying it, I feel how it's changing my momentum in terms of doing this stuff. So it's like Steph Curry, man. Like Steph Curry needs to get into a momentum, needs to get into a rhythm. And he has his own methods of getting into a rhythm on the court, before the game, all that stuff. That's what we got to do. How do you get into your momentum? How do you get into your rhythm? How do you get it going? Because if you can do that, just like in basketball, in NBA, if you can get into a momentum and be able to be one of the best at being able to get into that flow faster, you are going to be so much farther ahead than every other single NBA player. Just like if you're able to do this in communication, in making videos and talking to people, if we can get into that flow, it's going to be so damn powerful. It's like basically Steph Curry, after every shot that he takes, if he said like, how did that shot go? It was 1,000 out of 10. Not being that I needed to make it, but because I learned from that shot and it's helping me get into, like, it's just like, he can be able to forget short-term memory. Like he told himself after every shot, he's like, short-term memory, short-term memory, short-term memory. Just like shooting the shot and forgetting about it and being able to get on to the next one. That is something that could help him get into a momentum and into a rhythm and get into a flow state. So for us, we can do the same thing. Whatever it might be for you. You can use some verses, you can use some mantras, you can use some things that help you get into that, but just focus on all these things. So number one, the beliefs about yourself. What are the beliefs about yourself? Do they get you out of your head or do they get you into your head? Number two, the beliefs about other people. Number three, the awareness and the place that you put your awareness. And number four, how do you get into momentum? Being able to get into momentum, whatever that is for you. Love you guys very much. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. If you ask me right now how this video went, it went 1,000 out of 10, man. I love you guys very much, man. I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.